Now that I have the body on the frame, I can start dealing with the hood, and the first thing to do with it was to clean it inside and spray it with undercoat and spray the red color on top, since it's so easy now to do it before I put it on the frame. So I sprayed the undercoat here, and next I'm gonna spray the red color. I also sprayed the support bars for the hood and all the inside of the hood. It was very hard to clean it because there are so many areas where it's very hard to put your hand, and it literally took me 3 nights altogether, probably 9 hours, to clean the old undercoat and paint from inside the hood, but it was worth it because now it looks much better. I think I mentioned before that the paint, the actual paint of the car is gonna be the only thing that I'm not gonna do myself. And this is where I introduced my very best friend, Carlos. He's the one who's gonna prepare the car for paint. I'm gonna help him, of course, and he's gonna do the actual paint. So he's going now over my bodywork and checking where we have high spots, where we have low spots. He's marking everything, and then you're gonna see he's so fast with the bodywork that it's a pleasure watching him work. We already booked a paint booth, and we don't have too much time to play. That's why Carlos is staying with me sometimes after hours, and he's applying Bondo on the car because he's very good in and fast in that. And then when he leaves, I sand it down, and then we do that again on the day after. And slowly the car is getting ready, so we'll see what's gonna happen. And there we go, Carlos is done marking the areas that he needs to work on, and now he starts actually applying Bondo. He's done that for the last 20 years, so he has some really nice techniques, and I really enjoy watching him work.
I'm here to show you something, okay? So you have to try to put very smooth, and when you send, it's already there, no?
I knew that I had a lot to learn about bodywork, but now that I'm seeing this, I realize that I'm so far away from being good in that it's not even funny.
Almost on its end, no?
The car is not on the trolley anymore, and it's very low, so it wasn't easy for Carlos to work, so he tried to find an easy position to work in, same like me, and at the end of the day, he found it. That's a much better position than mine. I was sitting on an office chair, but he actually found a way to work while laying on the ground. And just to make him feel even more comfortable, I brought him a pillow. And then I had hard time keeping him awake. Okay, I thought I was good, and all my job got covered now.
It was good. It's just the finish way, the finish part. That's it. It was good.
Later, when I started sanding, I realized how important it is to lay the Bondo flat and nice, and to have the exact amount there, not too much, not too little, because it's just easy to sand and there's no waste of material and waste of time after that to sand too much Bondo. Well, that's the experience. Next, I had to put the hood on the frame, but I thought that it might be a good idea to, before I put it on, to deal with the front mask, because it's easy when it's in this position, and also when I put the support bars underneath, they stick outside here in these holes. So they can get attached to the frame, and that's gonna make my life very difficult. So it was a good idea to deal with that now, and not having any problems later. I wasn't just watching Carlos, I was trying also to learn some of his techniques, and this is where I'm trying to use them. And I think I learned something. Now I just have to be patient, and in 20 years I will be as good as he is now. This whole area was eaten by the rust, and it was very grainy. So as you saw, I first sanded it with sandpaper, and then I applied Bondo all over the place, and then I sanded it again, and actually I was really satisfied with the result. Carlos told me that it's a good idea to, after I'm done with a certain area, to spray primer there, once to protect it from rust, because it's gonna start rusting again, and second because when it's painted you can see all the defects, and really ideal. So after that I put the support bars, and you see how they stick out through these holes. Then I use the crane again, and I put the hood on the frame. And finally it looks like a car again. This area I was leaving for later all the time because I was waiting for the moment when the body and the hood will be aligned on the frame. So now that I have them aligned, I can apply Bondo there and then sand. I'm trying to make it exactly the same level as the door, but you see when the Bondo is not applied well, it's hard to sand because there are very high areas and then there are very low areas that need to be refilled again. But again, this is the experience. And that car was a little bit later, or maybe the day after. He is doing the other side, and you see he does a fantastic job. In the meantime, I'm sanding the hood, I'm removing the old paint, and it appears that even that I wasn't doing right because Carlos came and showed me how to do it much easier and faster. After the hood was done, I had to do the trunk lid and the rear deck and all the gaps. Okay, let me give you a little tour on the car and what I'm doing. Actually, that's maybe this way you can see better. So that's the original paint of the car, the pinkish red. I don't know how pinkish it is on your screen, but it has a little bit of a pink on it. I figured out the original color of the car is signal red, number 32, as per the Triumph specifications. And this is the paint that I bought for it, same color. But anyways, that's the original paint. Then the brown spots that you see are primer that was put at some point, and then it was painted in this color. So what I'm doing now is I'm sanding away the orangey color that was put on later, and the original paint I'm gonna leave on the car as long as it's not rusty or anything, and we're gonna prime on top of that. I'm already done with the hood. Here you can see the original color, again big brown spots. This is a primer. Somewhere I had to go down to bare metal because there were rusty spots there. I already cleaned all this front deck, should I call it, and all this area. So this is all down to the original paint. I've done that long time ago on the doors, on the rear hood, and on the rear fenders and on the front fenders. And now everything I have to do is the trunk lid and this deck here, and of course inside the gaps and all over the place. So that takes a lot of time and effort, but I think it's worth. So keep watching. And finally, after a full day of sanding, somewhere around 7 hours, I have removed all the paint from the car. I mean all the secondary paint. The original factory paint is not in a bad shape, so it is gonna stay, and we're gonna prime on top and paint. But that's gonna be in my next video, and for now I'll say goodbye and I'll see you later.